Okay, so we are back. If you missed tutorials today, that's okay. I'm here for you. There they are. Here we have our answers here. So what we did was in tutorials, we went through our study guide and we worked out the even numbers first. So if I was you, I would get off this video and I would sit down, I would work out the even numbers, 14 through, what's the last number on the study guide, guys?
38.
30 through 38. Work them out on your own. And now check your answers. So come back and check your answers. Are you ready to check them? Here we go. All right.
Yeah, I need to tell you something. When you go in front of the computer, your voice, you can't hear yourself.
I can't hear myself now.
I mean, I can't hear you. When we want you, we can't hear you because you will.
When I'm away. Okay, so I need to stay here.
And you need to tell if they answer the questions, tell them speak up because you can't hear them.
Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. So I'm sorry about the video quality, guys. I hope you can see it. But here it is. So hopefully you can see the answers. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. You may have to zoom in a little bit. Can I zoom in on this? No. I'm talking about on the video camera. Okay, I don't know how to do it, guys. I'm sorry. So we're going to move it just a little bit closer. So hopefully that will help. Okay, so here we are. So 14, we have 25, 22, 17, 16, 125, 67, 31, and 58. What questions do we have about this?
The whole right side.
Can you just go to the power, please?
Okay, so let's make sure that my answers are correct then. They're incorrect? Okay. Okay. Those are the answers you got? Okay. So, BED. BED, I can have you on camera, baby. Okay. BED is 55. All right? So, again, CDB is 67. Correct? So now let's go ahead and just put our angles in. Right? Okay. So again, this is 67. What other angle can I find? EBD. Very good, because that is what type of relationship with this angle? Alternate interior. Excellent, because we know we have what? Parallel lines, correct? So now what? What is this angle over here? This whole angle over here? 55, because of what? Opposite angles are congruent. That is a property. You must know your properties. Okay, so now, what does this entire angle equal, guys? 125, dealing with what property? Because the consecutive angles are what? Supplementary. Good. So this whole thing is 125. So if this is 67, what does the other part equal? 58 degrees. So this also equals 58 degrees. Okay, 125. This should equal 125, right? Does it equal 125? Yes. So what's wrong? Because this whole thing, this is 55, and this whole angle has to be 125 because they have to equal up to be 180 degrees. Okay. Yes. The two where? The 55? CBF. CDF, okay. Right, that's 58 plus 67. Right. Right. Do they not equal 125? 58 and 67? Okay, you got it? Okay, questions on this? Any questions? Okay. Okay, questions on this? How do you find BEC? Who wants to tell me? The sides? Okay. Okay, give me just a minute. I'm getting my computer. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay. So now the sides. Okay, so ED equals 16. This equals what? ED equals 25. So how did I get FC equals 17 and CD equals 16? How do I do that? And it tells us that EF is 11. EF is 11 and that EC is 34. No, excuse me, BF. It's 17 on both sides and this is 11 on the other side, right? Right? Because the diagonals do what in they bisect, okay? They bisect. I really don't think they can see that. So let me try to get a little bit closer. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know if this is really working very well. I just don't think they can see that. Okay. Yeah, let me use the better marker. All right, so number 16. Number 16. Number 16. What do we know about these two angles? They're supplementary, so they're going to equal 180 degrees. Very good. But it doesn't ask us for, once we find X, it asks us for R. What type of relationship does angle R and angle T have? They're congruent. That's very good. So whatever, when you plug in X, 10 back in, whatever you find for that angle, that's the same as the other one, correct? Very good. You have to know your properties. If you don't know your properties, you're really going to struggle with this particular concept.
I got a question.
Yes.
I think this one's gonna be properties of
All everything.
No, I'm saying like, is it a particular shape that we need to know?
All the quadrilaterals.
Okay.
You need to know all the quadrilaterals and all the properties of the quadrilateral. That's a question that was asked. Including the kites. Yes, and the trapezoid.
We just learned kites.
Okay, let's go ahead and finish, guys. I'm on video. Okay, I'm on video. Help me out. Okay, so here we are. Here, what I did here is I use the fact that these lines are parallel, opposite sides are parallel to one another. Okay, you also could have used what? That the opposite sides are what? Congruent, or you could find that two sides are what? Parallel and congruent for a parallelogram. Okay. Now I'm at 20. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to talk in front of the camera. You told me you couldn't hear me. Okay, here I am. Okay, so if PQRS is a triangle and PR is 9x plus 1, that's a diagonal, and QS is 13x minus 11, what do we know about the diagonals of a rectangle? Yes, they are congruent. So we can set these equal to one another. We find X is 3, so the diagonals will equal 28. But we also know if we want to find TR is what? Half of that, because the diagonals do what? bisect each other. Okay? Very good. Making sure you can see that. So now, number 22. Number 22, a rhombus. A rhombus. What do we know about the diagonals of a rhombus? They're perpendicular. Anything else? Do they bisect the opposite angles? Yes, no, guys, you got to know it.
Yeah, now you looking like no, no.
I'm asking you guys.
We said yes. Yes.
Now what's that?
No.
Tell me.
We said yes. They bisect each other.
Do they bisect the opposite angles?
Thank you. The smart person in the back just told us. That's right.
Excuse me?
She is smart. She's very smart.
But you got a degree though.
Anyway, let's move on, guys. We're not talking about that. So here, JKL. How do we find JKL? You got to add 36 twice. That's right, because we do know that in a rhombus that the opposite angles are bisected, correct? The opposite angles are bisected. So this is 36. We also know what's 36. These 36, this is 36. What does this entire angle equal? 108. Because supplementary. Very good. So if this is 72, this is going to be what? 108, because together they must equal what? 180. You divide it into two parts, equal parts, so we know this is going to be what? 54 degrees. 54 degrees. 54 degrees. 54 degrees. What do we know about the diagonals of a rhombus? What happens? They're what? They're perpendicular, correct? Yeah, they're perpendicular. That's where I got the 90 from. Are there questions on that? Okay. Yes, for K and L, it's 90 degrees. What about number 24, the rhombus? SVU. SVU. What are you going to do? Set those two equal to each other because we know those angles are what? Bisected. Very good. So we found that it was 11. So now I found that it's 11. And then what did I do? Plugged it back in. And, yes, and added them together. Very good. Yes. Yes. All right, so also the answers are on there from the other ones too, so you can check your answers when you go back and look at it. All right, so here we have 26, 26, 90, 45, 45, 90, 45. You know that because what? All the angles of a square are what? 90 degrees. You know the diagonals do what? Bisect. When you bisect a 90-degree angle, is what? 45 degrees. You know that they do what? They're perpendicular. Boom. There it is. Okay? There it is. So what did I do here? So here what I did was, This is clockwise, isn't it? I mean, you can do that too. You can do that if you want to. It's the same thing. Yeah. You talking about A, B, C, D? That's fine. Either way. Okay. So what do we need to do? Do you see that we looked at the diagonals? Do you see that? I looked at the diagonals. AC and what? BD. Right? Why am I looking at the diagonals? Because the rhombus, what's the when you look at rhombi, are the diagonals equal? No. For a square, are the diagonals equal? Yes. So that's the only way you can tell the difference of a square and a rhombus. If the diagonals are congruent, then it's a what? Square. So here, what you can see, right? These diagonals are not equal. AC is not congruent to BD. So it's not a square. It's a what? A rhombus. Right here, it shows that all the sides are equal. So if all the sides are equal, it can either be a square or a rhombus. Correct? But to prove which one it is, you have to check the what? Diagonals. And you have to look at the properties. A rhombus does not have congruent diagonals. Only one that has congruent diagonals, well, two of them do. Which one are they? Square and a what? Rectangle. And also an isosceles trapezoid, right? Okay. Okay, questions on that? So this is a rhombus. Okay. It's time to go. Okay, let's hurry then. Woo. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let me get it going. Hold on. Okay, give me just that. Okay. Okay, here we go. So this is what? The slope is 2 over 3. So remember, what do we know about perpendicular slopes? They're what? Opposite reciprocals of each other. So that becomes -3/2. What do we know about a trapezoid? We know a trapezoid that these two angles here, P and S, are going to be what? We didn't have to do that one. E and H. What do we know about this? This is our isosceles trapezoid. So what? They're supplementary. Very good. What do we know about H and G? No, they're not. H and G are not supplementary. They're congruent because they're considered what? Base angles. Base angles are congruent in our isosceles trapezoid. And we know that if this is 63, E is 63, then what else is going to be 63? F. All right, let me throw the answers up for the next one, guys. And then we all need to go. Because I have to go. I gotta go too. What are you talking about? You got me video whole nother page. Okay, hold on, here with the answers up. You only have to go to 38, right? So you only have 2 problems. Okay. Did we not go kite? Yes. Hold on one second. I'll show you 30 individually. All right, 34. Remember, these two angles are what to one another? Congruent, because they're what? They're base angles. Very good. What about these two? Excuse me, the next one. What are we using for this one? The diagonals are what? Congruent. So that's how we find x equals 2. What about 38? What do we know about the mid segment? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to leave you. So you're going to take this plus this divided by 2 is going to equal that, correct? And so what do? We added 2x plus 7 plus 19 over 2. And we got 2x plus 26 all over 2. I'm going to multiply 2 on both sides. I get 10x plus 2 equals 2x plus 26. 8x equals 24. Divide by 8. X equals 3. And then we plug it back in. And we find that YZ equals what? 16. Hopefully you can see the other problems. I'm not sure how clear it is. I'm going to invest in a better camera, folks. Stick with me. But if you can look at it, you can check your other work, okay? We have a test tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye.